Israel, a tiny nation on the eastern edge of the Mediterranean Sea, boasts a history as vast and dramatic as its desert landscapes. From the rolling hills of Galilee to the arid expanses of the Negev desert, this land is a tapestry of natural beauty and historical significance. The Mediterranean coastline offers a serene contrast to the rugged inland terrain, creating a diverse and captivating environment. This small strip of land has been a crossroads of civilizations for millennia. It has seen the rise and fall of empires, each leaving its mark on the landscape and culture. From the ancient Canaanites to the mighty Romans and from the Crusaders to the Ottoman Turks, Israel's history is a mosaic of influences and legacies. It's a place where empires clashed, prophets preached, and religions were born. The streets of Jerusalem echo with the footsteps of history, where every stone has a story to tell. This city, sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, is a testament to the enduring power of faith and tradition. Today, Israel is a thriving democracy and a technological powerhouse. Tel Aviv, with its modern skyline and bustling streets, stands as a symbol of innovation and progress. The country's advancements in technology, medicine, and agriculture are recognized worldwide, making it a leader in various fields. But its story is far from simple. The juxtaposition of ancient and modern is evident everywhere, from the archaeological sites that dot the landscape to the cutting-edge research centers. This blend of old and new creates a unique and dynamic society. It's a tale of exodus and exile, of conquest and resilience, of conflict and coexistence. The story of Israel is one of survival and perseverance, where every generation has faced its own challenges and triumphs. Monuments and memorials across the country serve as reminders of the struggles and victories that have shaped its identity. Understanding Israel's past is key to understanding its present. Museums and educational exhibits offer a glimpse into the rich tapestry of its history, providing context for the complexities of contemporary life. Guided tours and historical reenactments bring the past to life, making it accessible and engaging for all. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a whirlwind tour through thousands of years of history. From ancient ruins to modern marvels, from sacred sites to bustling cities, we'll explore the many facets of this remarkable land. Join us as we journey through time and uncover the stories that make Israel a land of milk, honey, and history. Our story begins with Abraham, the patriarch of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. He is a figure of immense significance, revered across these three major world religions. Abraham's journey is said to have started in the ancient city of Ur in Mesopotamia, where he received a divine call to leave his homeland and travel to a new land that God would show him. According to tradition, God made a covenant with Abraham, promising him and his descendants the land of Canaan, later known as Israel. This covenant was not just a promise of land, but also a pledge of a special relationship between God and Abraham's descendants. The land of Canaan, with its diverse landscapes and strategic location, became the focal point of this divine promise. Centuries later, his descendants, the Israelites, established a kingdom in the land, ruled by kings like David and Solomon. King David, known for his military prowess and poetic psalms, unified the tribes of Israel and established Jerusalem as the capital. His son Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, expanded the kingdom and built the magnificent First Temple, which became the spiritual heart of the nation. This period, known as the First Temple period, saw the construction of the First Temple in Jerusalem, a central place of worship for the Jewish people. The temple stood as a symbol of their faith and a testament to their architectural and cultural achievements. It was a time of prosperity and religious devotion, where the Israelites felt a deep connection to their land and their God. However, this golden age didn't last forever. The kingdom was conquered, the temple destroyed, and the Israelites were exiled. The Babylonians, under King Nebuchadnezzar, besieged Jerusalem, leading to the fall of the city and the destruction of the First Temple in 586 BCE. This marked the beginning of a period of great suffering and displacement for the Jewish people. But even in exile, their connection to the land remained strong, fueled by the hope of one day returning. The Jewish people maintained their traditions, their language, and their faith, preserving their identity through the centuries. The dream of returning to their homeland, rebuilding the temple, and restoring their nation never faded, sustaining them through generations of diaspora. The following centuries saw Israel ruled by a succession of empires: Romans, Byzantines, Arabs, Crusaders, and finally, the Ottoman Turks. Each left their mark on the land and its people. The Crusades, a series of religious wars launched by European Christians, aimed to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule. Imagine knights in shining armor fighting for control of Jerusalem, and you get the picture. The Ottomans ruled for over 400 years, bringing a period of relative stability. But by the late 19th century, the Ottoman Empire was weakening, and a new movement was gaining momentum: Zionism. Section 4. A Nation Reborn, Israel in the 20th Century. Zionism, a political movement advocating for a Jewish homeland in Palestine, emerged in response to growing anti-Semitism in Europe. The movement was spearheaded by Theodor Herzl, who is often considered the father of modern political Zionism. Herzl's vision was to create a safe and sovereign state for Jews, who had faced centuries of persecution and displacement. The first Zionist Congress, held in Basel, Switzerland in 1897, marked a significant milestone in the movement, setting the stage for future efforts to establish a Jewish homeland. Jews, yearning for a safe haven, began immigrating to Palestine, then under Ottoman rule. These early settlers faced numerous challenges, including harsh living conditions and resistance from local populations. Despite these obstacles, they established agricultural communities known as kibbutzim, which became the backbone of the early Jewish settlement in Palestine. The influx of Jewish immigrants continued to grow, especially during periods of increased anti-Semitic violence in Europe. After World War I, the land fell under British control. The British Mandate for Palestine, established in 1920, aimed to facilitate the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people, as outlined in the Balfour Declaration of 1917. However, the mandate also promised to protect the rights of the existing non-Jewish communities, leading to conflicting expectations and rising tensions between Jews and Arabs. Tensions between the growing Jewish population and the Arab majority intensified, culminating in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. The United Nations proposed a partition plan in 1947 to create separate Jewish and Arab states, but it was rejected by the Arab states. As the British prepared to withdraw, violence erupted, leading to a full-scale war between Jewish and Arab forces. The conflict resulted in significant loss of life and the displacement of hundreds of thousands of people. On May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence. David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, proclaimed the establishment of the State of Israel in Tel Aviv. This historic moment was met with jubilation by Jews around the world as it marked the realization of a long-held dream. However, the declaration was immediately followed by an invasion by neighboring Arab states, leading to the First Arab-Israeli War. The event was a watershed moment, marking the end of centuries of exile for the Jewish people. The new state faced immense challenges, including the need to integrate a diverse population of immigrants and to defend its borders against hostile neighbors. Despite these difficulties, Israel managed to establish a functioning government, develop its economy, and build a strong military. But it also sparked a conflict that continues to this day. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains one of the most intractable and complex disputes in modern history, involving issues of national identity, territorial claims, and historical grievances. Efforts to achieve a lasting peace have been ongoing for decades, with numerous negotiations, agreements, and setbacks. The quest for a peaceful resolution continues to shape the lives of millions of people in the region. Section 5. The Startup Nation Israel Today. Since its founding, Israel has fought numerous wars and faced constant security threats. Yet it has managed to build a thriving democracy and a robust economy. Known as the Startup Nation, Israel boasts a cutting-edge tech industry and a high standard of living. From cybersecurity to agricultural technology, Israel is a global innovation hub. Culturally, Israel is a melting pot, home to a diverse population with roots from around the world. Hebrew, the ancient language of the Bible, thrives alongside Arabic, English, Russian, and a multitude of other languages. Section 6. The world's most interesting intersection. But Israel's story is far from over. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains a major source of tension in the region. The issue of settlements, the status of Jerusalem, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees continue to fuel the conflict. Navigating these challenges is no easy feat. Imagine trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while riding a unicycle on a tightrope, and you get a sense of the complexity. Section 7. Looking ahead. Israel's uncertain future. Israel stands at a crossroads, facing both internal and external challenges. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is for sure. Israel's story, like its history, will continue to captivate and confound the world. Will Israel find a lasting peace with its neighbors? Will it continue to thrive as a democracy in a turbulent region? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Israel's story is far from over.